we're quite short on manpower, as you can probably imagine. With
I would assume that you are also short on supply as far as reward, but we would but ask for one thing. We were sent here in search of a certain artifact. We know not exactly what we searched for, but if you could assist us in finding and acquiring such an item, we would be happy to help you.
of course, I would be willing to do anything I can. In fact, being the scientist that I am, and looking around at current circumstances, I wouldn't say it wouldn't be far-fetched if that artifact you are looking for, artifacts usually are magical of nature, are magical in nature, might in fact be causing this. Maybe is closer than you think.
So our goals are one, then.
I believe so. However, this is pure speculation, of course. Pure hypothesis.
A good hypothesis it is, though, and we shall test it in scientific manner.
Aha, for science.
Now these owls you speak of.
Oh.
Yes.
That was more of a joke than anything. I'm sorry. I can't resist ever. I can't. All right then. What course of action would you suggest we take first? I mean, we could help against the revolt, but
I wouldn't mind the revolt so much. Most of the, at least not at this point, most of the manpower is in terms of, and he looks over at the person you were talking to first. In terms of that sort of manpower, has been allocated to keeping the rebels at bay, and they have been quite inactive as of now. The thing that I'm worried about most, seeing as we're short on magical investigators or scientists or however you want to call it, I think sending you to the graveyard would be, of course, meant in a literal sense, not in a, I mean, meant in a sense of helping to investigate the graveyard would be a better choice. Or
Malga sticks up his hand.
if we get the undead on top of the rebels, we could be in quite the trouble. No offense, no offense.
very well then. Please point us towards the graveyard. We'll head there right away.
I think your companion has a question. They do this in schools, I believe.
As long as I don't end up in the grave itself, I don't mind investigating for you, so.
That was not the plan, no.
Well, please point us in the direction, and we'll be quick on our way.
Indeed, I shall walk you towards where the safe zone ends, and then point you in the rest of the direction. I do
Very
not
much
wish to risk
appreciate.
my life amongst the rebels.
I turn and see Hakan drooling a little bit, and grab him by the wrist and lead him with us.
And he walks you like outside of town, and well, not outside of town, but to the. Did I specify? I don't know if I actually specified directions. Hold on.
You did not. I would remember compass directions.
No, but I mean on my sheet.
Ah.
I think so. Nope. So he walks you to the eastern part of town, and
Quick question.
yes,
What happens as they're leaving, as Juhani is softly touching the wall with the symbol?
same as with Melga. So as you are leaving, you hear the bass drop, boom, and Juhani taking 5 horizontal falling damage as he
As it happens, nobody sees that though. She
Well-
had become sort of fuzzy enough and to the point of invisible.
Okay.
Is it a good idea to become fuzzy?
I don't know. Are you asking Giovanni?
No. I'm asking how the characters are.
Maybe Giovanni likes to be fuzzy.
Okay.
It just has a very different meaning for me nowadays.
You follow after that, or
I do follow.
yeah, and he leads you east out of town. He says it's a few more paces out of town there, through a bit of rebel territory, and outside, and well, you can't miss it because there's a small temple associated with the graveyard, and it isn't too far away that you won't notice the temple. But I have to return to my investigations now.
Of course. Thank you.
I think I'm the one to say thank you for lending such a hand.
Well, we'll report back to you with anything we find here.
Excellent. And he walks back in. And you continue following his directions, and indeed, the part of town with the rebels is quite uneventful. It's, you know, the abandoned part, and indeed, as you arrive outside of town, you see a small temple in the nearby distance, and you go there, and it's like what they have with churches here, like the church and then the graveyard, you know, with the fence and stuff. But instead of a church, it's a small temple. It's more like a chapel-sized temple, if that describes it correct. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it, I think, because everyone knows, you know, the size of chapels. And so, yeah, it's a chapel-sized temple. It's not really marked like an icon, like this is the god or anything. It's more like a god-neutral temple. Like there's no icon there that says it's this god that is worshipped here or anything. As far as you can see. And yeah, you approach the graveyard, and as you approach the graveyard, you feel that walking becomes heavier, and like your limbs start to like feel very heavy, and it's like the feeling that if you haven't slept for days, like that really heavy, tired feeling. So for Hakan, even for Hakan now, like the weight starts actually feel like something. Like normally you won't feel anything for the weight and stuff, but now it actually starts like you're carrying weight, so it's a whole new experience for you. And yeah, it feels like you're becoming pretty tired and stuff.
I just rolled 2 checks, Arcana and Religion. I don't think my Religion check is going to do much, but
Nope. Your Arcana check.
I assume with the Arcana I would feel the thing coming from town still. But do I feel
Actually, no.
anything in the area?
Actually, no. And that is pretty surprising because the town is still quite close. But you feel nothing coming from the town right now. You don't even feel like well, actually you wouldn't feel that, so no, but you don't feel anything coming from town. It's like it's suddenly like gone, you know? Suddenly disappeared. Like when you were walking around town and you had that Arcana check earlier and stuff, you like felt this force and you felt it diminish as you walked away from town. But now all of a sudden it's like poof, gone. And it is revealed that the source, or whatever you feel like the force, not the source, the force, that whatever you feel, comes from like tiny charms hanging around the fence. So if you have the fence of the graveyard and they're like you know, pointy ends because it's a fence, obviously. And on some of those ends, like there are tiny charms, hanging tiny charms of different symbols, and you feel that most of the source comes from those charms. Yeah, no, that the source comes from those charms. Yeah, so probably the oh, Kyle's gone.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Kyle! Return to us. Return to us now.
Return to us.
Luckily, the capture still looks okay, so
Yeah, it's just the
like a small blue lines, but it's not too bad.
Sorry, my thing keeps cutting out.
Yeah, no
Last I
problem.
heard was the charms, and I feel that
you
something.
you feel indeed you feel something coming from the charms. You definitely know the charms are magical.
Okay.
Yeah. I was doing it all convoluted and difficult while I actually just had to say you feel a magical energy coming from the charm.
Can I would like to go investigate the charms closer up. I guess a history check to see if they're related to each other in any way, because you said they are all different, but
They depict
Um,
different images.
yeah, I'm gonna try and make a roll to see if I know anything about the relationship between them, or if they're like religious symbols or something like
That's
that.
a religion check. It's not a history check. What do others do whilst he's investigating? Just to...
Mill about.
What?
Kind of just like stay with. I'm just wondering whatever. How can I do whatever the majority of the people are doing? So if they're kind of hanging about, then he'll be doing that.
All right, my first D20 plus 5 is history. The second is religion.
One quick question before I answer. Did Hood follow Anna?
No,
Damn.
Hood is not there.
God damn it.
We're doomed. We're absolutely doomed.
He's gonna get thrown at that gazebo by the scientist.
Gee, I hope not.
I'll try
Gonna
that
come
next
back to the
time.
scientist just like pulled apart.
So
Little
just for
box.
my mental image, like everyone is on the graveyard now doing something, or
Yeah, and I was kind of looking, is like at the group looking towards the town.
Helga is standing about,
Definitely.
looking at the graveyard.
and Juhani, Hakan.
Passively perceiving.
Oh, Hakan was already saying
Yeah.
just chilling about, and Juhani is what passively perceiving.
Passively perceiving.
So
Nothing
Yeah.
much.
And Anna.
She's worrying.
All right.
Worrying.
Worrying. Yes.
Your history check reveals nothing.
Okay.
And your religion check reveals that you probably know, with your somewhat religious knowledge, that all symbols on the what did I call them?
Fence posts.
Charms. Yeah. All the symbols on the charms are probably related to a god or goddess or whatever, a deity.
Single one.
No, all different.
All different ones.
And you even find a charm related to Juju.
Oh, awesome. I would like to pick up the Juju charm.
You now hold the Juju charm.
And I suppose to another. I kind of bring it away from the fence a little bit, and I'm gonna roll another Arcana to make sure that I didn't disturb any kind of warding by picking up the object.
1 sec. You feel that you have disturbed the forms The Force. This sounds Star Warsy, but it's like because you didn't identify it, I call it the Force. But it's not the same. Yeah, you feel like you've disturbed it.
Does the weight, the heaviness still, is it still active?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to go back and place the charm back where it was.
All right.
And I kind of look towards the other party members to see what they are doing. Anna is
D-
worrying.
yeah, DM, does it have? I'm not sure actually. Should I ask that? I'll come bring a note. Anna's worrying for 5 more seconds. I'm going to. You guys carry on. I'm just gonna. DMS only write yes or no on my paper.
All right, just do ping or ping or ping or ping.
So are there any like living dead or something?
Can we fight anything? Can we summon a living dead?
I'm
The
just
graves
saying the
are
guy said
undisturbed.
something about stuff, so.
Well, there is a living dead. Sir Skellen is there. He's like looking around and like, I feel at home here.
Indeed.
Well, are we kind of going to get a backstory here of Sir Skellen?
I once lay like one of these poor souls, but now I walk free. No. He just walks around and looks at the different graves and yeah.
Would you like to pick out a bed, Sir Skellen?
No, thank you. I have laid in a bed like that for long enough.
All right. Well, I guess I walk into the temple then.
You walk into the temple. Yeah, of course.
And
Jenny wants to stay
And
here.
you're being attacked by a dire wolf.
Oh! You arrive at the temple. Give me one thing. Right. You go inside?
yes.
Okay, so let me quickly pull this up. Sorry, but I have to be really precise on these details. Okay, so it's like a small hallway and then like into a chamber. The small hallway is like lined with sarcophagus, is I believe the right
Sarcophagi.
sarcophagi. It's one
Boxes for
sarcoph-
dead people.
There are multiple boxes for dead people lining like the whole.
That's not very respectful, is it?
And in the small room, there is not a lot except for a stone slab standing upright.
So it's more like a mausoleum than an actual.
From the inside, yeah.
Okay.
But he told you it was a temple.
All right. Continue. I'm sorry. The slab.
Yeah, that's it. There's a stone slab there.
No writings on it or anything.
Nope.
Interesting. Except not interesting, because there's nothing interesting in here. I go crazy and strip naked and run into the woods.
Wait, what? I
I'm
guess
joking. That's what I want to do, but I'll prevent myself from doing so.
You can always make your shape consciousness do the same.
What does your character do there?
I suppose that I go investigate the slab.
In what way?
I go touch it.
You touch it. You feel the cold, hard stone.
The slab also feels heavy.
And I guess I'm gonna roll a religion
Yeah,
check.
it's like pretty big. You can't like you can't do this and then have it. So it's like you roll the what check?
A religion check on the stone.
Doesn't seem to be of any religious value.
Just the books for dead people.
I lick it and then leave.
Ew!
As you try,
Roy! That
you
is not
come to the-
respectful.
as you come to the door of the temple or mausoleum or whatever it is, you like try to walk outside and then a small force is like pushing you back in.
I go to the opposite wall, I guess where the slab was. Can I like walk around the slab to get to
Yeah.
the wall of the
Yeah.
and attempt to teleport outside of the temple through the wall?
You do not teleport.
Fun. Sir Scallon, help me! I'm stuck.
Avast, I come to help you, sir. Companion. And he like runs into the temple.
Get me out of here, Sir Scallon. I'm stuck.
Of course. Hold my hand, companion. We walk out of here together. And he like tuk, tuk, boom.
Oh, that sounded
Hold
fun.
on. We have a problem.
Avast!
I'm going to roll. I'll start with a religion on the invisible barrier. And already at my arcana as well. 2 guns.
Arcana, religion. Did you roll already or?
I rolled the arcana or the religion.
Oh, it's the 17 is the religion. Okay. Maybe it's good if you like type a bit of what it is, then I can.
Okay.
Because of all the already rolls of you.
They're basically all arcana and religion, so
You notice that the barrier is indeed of a religious energy, and that the religious energy is originating from the stone slab and have some sort of connection with the charms outside.
I call on the most perceptive person of the group. Juhani, come over here, but do not step inside.
Juhani slowly approaches the doorway.
I attend Juhani and I say, could you possibly remove one of those charms from the fence post for a moment?
She raises an eyebrow and then walks over to the fence and holds up one of them.
I try to walk out the door again.
It doesn't work.
Damn. Malgar, smash everything.
Oh boy.
Apparently, Naga listens and starts to chop at the area around the door, but doesn't enter.
So you're chopping in air.
Yeah, like the space next to the doorway thing.
So you're chopping at the wall.
Yeah,
Was it? Okay. You're chopping at a wall.
yeah.
Clang, clang, clang.
Yeah. Axe at a stone wall doesn't really work. Perception. Can I see this? You see nothing of that sort.
How tall is this place? How tall would you say it is? To the roof.
2 people standing on top of each other of average height.
Okay, cool. I attempt to create a shape consciousness on top of the roof of the building.
You can do so.
Excellent. I then have my shape consciousness attempt to exit the perimeter of the building. Like, I guess just hop down off the top of the building.
It hops down, and the moment it loses contact with the perimeter, it vanishes.
Fun. So it's not just the door or the building itself. Well, that's a lot of fun.
Melga stops chopping in the meantime.
Yeah, you're getting pretty tired. I mean, you're already feeling like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders and you're chopping very heavily, so you're
Yeah,
getting
that's
pretty...
why he stops.
I will minor create a small rock and attempt to throw it out of the door of the building.
You might create a small rock.
And I just throw it out the door.
It goes out the door.
Okay. It's only living tissue then. And it's in the perimeter of the church, not just the church itself.
Living tissue? Skellum says and looks at himself. Living bone as well, apparently.
Indeed. Well, I'm not sure what to do from the inside here. If any of you other
Anna's going
fellows
to.
have a
She's going to attempt to find like a loose brick, a button, a lever, or whatever around the door area. Not that
You
she's good
find
at
the
that.
lever, click.
Never. She's not good at it, but it's worth a try, I imagine.
a candlestick. Someone look for a candlestick
Something.
or a bookshelf.
Oh wow!
Oh wow.
She really wants to help right out there.
You are definitely sure that there is no lever or something like that nearby.
I wasted my crit. No.
You can say for certain.
Doesn't work that way. Roy, is there like something in the wall, like a hidden lever or a button or something inside the building?
I will search for one. And in the meantime, Giovanni, could you please throw that charm into the church?
Giovanni has stepped over back to the entrance and throws you the charm.
Thank you. Perception 7. Looking for some kind of mechanism inside.
You're pretty sure there is no mechanism inside.
Did I check inside the sarcophagi?
You check inside the sarcophagi.
I mean, I'm gonna look everywhere.
Alright, I'm going to tell you what you find inside the sarcophagi.
Oh,
Is that actually the
that is the correct plural. Yes.
correct? Yeah. I mean, obviously you are American, so better in English than I am, but you see one corpse of a hound. No, two corpses of a hound.
Oh wait, 2 corpses of 2 hounds, right?
Yeah. Two,
One each. Okay.
yeah, one each. Yeah, yeah.
Just
Two
making sure.
corpses of 2 hounds. A skeleton, and 3 zombie corpses.
What magic
Zombie
is this? Our
corpses,
dwarf
as
turned into
in-
one of the hounds.
Like corpses with like flesh still on them.
Okay. So like
Eee.
almost
Like
not
a zombie
actually
state.
alive and trying to eat me zombies.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
Like a zombie. I used it to describe like the zombie state. Yeah.
Decaying bodies.
Yes.
Okay.
Cozy in
I
there.
look at the skeleton and look towards Sir Skellington. I say, a friend of yours?
Avast, I do not know him.
Need any parts?
Unfortunately.
He has a very common face.
Indeed. His dental records do not indicate any relative of mine.
All right. So there's no mechanism.
Nope.
Having the charm inside the church, I attempt to walk out the door once more,
Doesn't work.
charm in hand.
Boom.
Juhani is very brilliant today and has an idea. She says Roy and sticks the not so sharp end of her spear through the doorway.
I grab onto it.
And we pull you out.
Except that it stops pulling because Roy is stuck against the force field.
I see it a danger of getting someone else stuck inside, but it seems to react only to living objects. I would hope that someone sticking their arm in wouldn't get their arm stuck. But it's up to you guys if one of you wants to try it.
Yeah, I'll try it. Anna sticks her hand through the force field.
And Roy grabs onto it and attempts to walk through.
The hand of Anna is now stuck.
Oh, by all the gods. Can she move it up and down at least? Like just not back, but can she move it around? Or is
Nope.
she stuck?
Stuck.
Oh.
Well, you might as well come through before your arm falls asleep.
That is very true. She steps through the force field.
Juhani, would you mind going and fetching the gentleman that we spoke to earlier?
She nods and attempts to leave the graveyard.
Once you arrive at the entrance of the graveyard, you slowly get pushed back as you try to leave.
I'm gonna roll a strength check to try and get out. What is my strength? Oh. I am not very strong. That is sad. Oh dear. Never mind.
I tossed the charm back through, and I asked Melgar if she will replace it, or at least give it to Juhani, so that Juhani can replace it where she found it.
Melgar picks up the charm and hands it to Giovanni.
Who puts it where she found it, and then tries to again walk off the premises.
Nope.
Oh,
So
this is quite a pickle. I guess this is quite a vegetable soaked in vinegar. Okay.
All right. Anna knows nothing of magic.
I suppose that I will roll because I only rolled an Arcana earlier. So I'm going to roll I only rolled a religion earlier, so I'm going to roll an Arcana.
on what?
On the barrier.
On the barrier. You notice that the barrier is a source of arcane energy. And since you rolled so well, you also expand it. And you notice that the charms on the fence are a source of energy.
Okay. I rolled a religion earlier and felt something religious coming from it too, though. Correct?
Yep.
Fun.
Both
Double
are
magic. Being double penetrated by magic right now. It's not fun. I just kind of slump down and pray to Juju for guidance.
roll a religion check.
Anna does not know anything about it.
Juju does not hear your prayer.
You're not giving up, Anna says to Roy. Look at out. You know
Yes, I
magic,
mean,
right?
I have discovered mainly the properties of what's keeping us in, but no way to overcome them.
So try things out. Sitting there won't do anything.
Are you a religious person? Are you not?
Yes.
I think you, above all people, would know that praying is not nothing.
Oh. So you just pray too by slumping down.
Juju's ways surely are mysterious.
She walks to the entrance and goes,
You feel that walking goes really is really difficult because
Yeah.
you're pretty tired. You wear plate armor. It's been a while that you've been tired and felt the weight upon your shoulders.
Joanne, Melgar, try some stuff out. You have all these amulets there. There's religious stuff going on. Try something.
Melga goes and picks up all the amulets from wherever they are.
You pick up all the amulets. So you see Malkar like this mountain of amulets.
And drops them in the entrance of the crypt.
Point.
We just call it a trap house at this point.
It's like one of those mouse traps where the mouse can't get out anymore.
As you drop all the amulets at your feet, you feel the weight of the world slowly lifting.
Huzzah.
All of us?
All of you.
Johanny pokes at the barrier.
There is no barrier.
Oh, thank God. Thank Juju.
Juju!
Yeah.
Melga makes
You hear
smacking noises.
what?
Melga makes smacking noises.
Smacking noises?
Yeah, like.
Okay. You hear from all the way back in the building a heavy breathing sound.
Time to get out of here!
Roll for initiation.
Quickly followed by
What?
the crackling of bones,
Hell yes.
while Sir Skeleton slowly draws his sword and says, "Avast! I think it is time for glorious combat.
Run, you
Yes.
fools.
Fuck yeah.
I think we can close it out for here and
Yes,
Ah.
that is a very cool way to start the next session.
Yeah.
well, the corpses from the sarcophagi have risen.
I mean, I wanted to fight them anyways, so.
What?
I said I kind of wanted to fight them anyways.
You have
Like, I
your
was ready.
wish. Unless, of course, you don't fight them and they just, as they try to eat you or. Yeah. But, yeah. Ding!
Awesome.
That's it,
Good
guys.
stuff. I'm just glad I'm not trapped in a church anymore.
Yeah, you're no longer trapped, except now there is
Now you have
some
Battle.
undead
Good.
crawling around, but at least those are not puzzles.
Hope your day isn't full of dead animals either. Well, thank you all for watching. Next time will be...
In 5 weeks, that's
In
September
5
27th.
That's the one.
Wow. That's so long.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, September is a crappy month to plan.
People be busy.
So we will be back then, starting with glorious combat, as Sir Skellen would put it. And thank you all for watching. See you around soon. Good night.
Bye, everyone.